Hello and welcome back to another Shadowlands gold farming video. Today I want to do a top 10 gold farms in Shadowlands to kinda give you guys some ideas about where to farm, how to farm and what to farm, to help you guys farm more gold. So hopefully you guys enjoy these videos. I will leave links down below to each individual video, just so you can watch them in more length to know more about each specific farm. So yeah, leave a like down below, leave a comment as well. And let's get into the video. So farm number 1 takes place in Ardenweald, right here, at the right circle of these two circles. The left one you can do if you're not a druid, the right one is perfect for guardian druids. So go there as a guardian druid on the right circle, and just pull everything you see. There will be tons of competition though, it's pretty much the best farm right now, especially solo, as you can bring in quite the gold per hour from the farm. So yeah, go there, test it out. If it's available, then just go and do it. I will leave a link down below to the video itself once again. The farm itself will give you both regular gold per hour, steady gold per hour. You also have the chance of getting epics, even though you're not really killing too many mobs at the same time, or too many mobs per hour. So the chance of getting epics is very low, but I have gotten some myself while doing skinning. So definitely go and test it out. You will get tons of heavy callus, and you can see the loot appraiser on the left side. I'm making over 55k per hour myself, so go and test it out and let me know how much you make. Farm number 2 takes place in Revendreth, and this is a group farm, so you have to be in a group for this one. Ideally, you want to have 1 monk and 7 druids. You are farming in 2 groups of 4 people, so you're 8 people in total. This is a cloth and BOE farm, so basically you have to have tailoring, and you farm for the regular cloth, the shrouded cloth, the lightless silk, and you will also have a chance of getting BOEs. By doing this in a 2x4, you're also killing a lot of mobs per hour, giving you a very high chance of getting those BOEs, worth anywhere from 30k to 200, maybe 300k as well per epic. So this is kind of a steady and RNG farm at the same time. I would say steady, it's about 30 to 40k gold per hour, and then you can get epics on top of that as well. So once again, the link will be down below to exactly where the farm is, how to do it and so on. Yeah. I also want to mention you can still buy the From Zero to Gold Cap guide, by the way, 50% off by using my code. The link will be down below. The farm itself is also located right here in Revendreth at the circle, with 2 arrows pointing towards it as well, so you can see exactly where it is. The link to the video itself explaining the entire farm will be in the description. Next up we have another Skinning Gold farm, this time in Ardenweald once again, all the way north at Glitterfall Basin, where you're pretty much pulling these gorms right here. And this one has a lot less competition than the other farms, so it can be good. There are, however, less mobs available to you, but there's less competition, so if you get the entire place to yourself, it is a very, very good farm. There's not too much to say about it, other than the link to the video will be down below, and just pull everything you see for this farm. You will have some fireflies up in the air you want to pull, and mainly pull the gorms as well. There are some small critters you don't want to pull, even though they are very easy to kill. They just can't be skinned, so there's no reason to pull them. For the next one, we actually have another skinning route, this time in Bastion. The route itself you can see right here, and basically there's tons of mobs available to you. So we have had 2 skinning videos so far, skinning farms for this video in Ardenweald, so having another place to farm in a different zone is definitely beneficial. So this one is really good, I've really been enjoying this one. Once again, not being in one of those main zones. I actually got an epic as well from this farm, so it's really good. But yeah, once again, not being in one of those main farms will give you more gold, as there's less competition, and you can have the entire place to yourself, which is definitely good. Next up, I want to talk about the Maw, and this is the route that I'm using over here. This is a herbalism and mining route. Mining is very, very important, as a lithium in itself will stand for about 75% of your gold income from the farm. So you want to have both mining and herbalism, but if you only want to have one of them, then definitely get mining. Mining is the most important one, but having both will increase the gold by quite a bit. So you saw the route itself, the link will be down below. It is a very good farm, you can make about 47k gold per hour from the farm, depending on your realm of course, but I'm making 47k myself. It's a really good farm, but it is a herbalism and mining farm, so it's very simple, and it can be boring over time, but it's definitely worth it, and yeah, it's worth the time basically. I will say though that since it's a herbalism and mining farm, and it's in the Maw, you really want to be a druid for the movement speed increase. It's really beneficial to actually be a druid for this farm. Any other class can do it, of course. Shamans are pretty good as well, but I think a druid is the best class. Now this next farm is kind of different, but also kind of the same, as you are doing a skinning gold farm, but you're also farming for a battle pet. The location is all the way down here in Revendreth, and you're basically farming the dread bats flying around the place, so you want to do this on a ranged class, definitely. Being a druid helps, and this is the pet right here you're farming for. The current price is about 60k, with a EU mean price of 100k, and this pet will pretty much have a decent price throughout the entire expansion, as the drop rate is very small. So from this farm you will get heavy callus hides, regular callus hides, and you have the chance of getting a battle pet. Number 7 is the 2x4 farm in Bastion, where you are once again farming for BOEs, cloth, epics, all that good stuff. It's pretty much a group farm where you're farming for lightless silk and BOE epics. I think this is farm number 7, right? It might be number 8, I kinda lost count. And that's kind of the epics you're looking for right there. I got one right now, really good. And the link to the video itself will be down below. You can see that one epic right there took my gold per hour up to 236,000 gold. So every single epic will be worth a lot. Definitely worth doing, and a really fun way of farming gold. Next up I want to talk about herbalism and mining, and there's a couple different ways of doing this. But basically you can either run around in circles in laps around the entire zones, in which case I have an entire video playlist on my farming route for every single zone in Shadowlands. But for me, whenever I'm doing herbalism and mining, especially while leveling characters, I prefer this location right here in Revendreth, where you have about 6 or 7 different spawn points, and they are hyperspawning. So the spawn rates are dynamic based on how many people are gathering in the zone, and you can just run around and they will always constantly keep respawning. I will show you another route though in Revendreth as well, just in case. So if you're leveling a character and you want to just run laps around a zone and do herbalism and mining, this right here is my route for Ardenweald. Ardenweald is a really good zone to do herbalism and mining while leveling on anything that isn't a druid, as there are pretty much no aggressive mobs in this area. So every single mob will be yellow, meaning they will not attack you unless you attack them. So you can stay on your Sky Golem pretty much all the time, unless you have to do a mining vein of course, but even then you can dismount, grab the mining vein, then remount again. This is a really good map and a really good way to farm, and I love to level alts this way, especially with rested experience. It's really fast, and you make some gold while doing it. Next up is a kind of interesting solo farm where you can pretty much solo hyperspawn or force spawn mobs, meaning it's a perfect location for solo farming. It is located right here in Bastion at this lake in the middle, middle north-ish. You can see my location on the map. Basically that's where it is. So you fly to Hero's Rest, it's right northwest of Hero's Rest, and there always has to be a certain amount of these ember worms up at the same time. So this is a really good farm if you can only do 1, 2 or 3 mobs at a time, and they will always constantly keep respawning. It is a very good lazy gold farm, as you don't have to move much. You can stand in one place, kill one mob and another will respawn. So you saw we killed 2 now, this one to the right of me just respawned, and as we kill that one, another will respawn, and they pretty much have a force spawn mechanic, meaning there always has to be 1 or 2 of them available at all times. Right here as well, 2 of them respawn, so yeah. Go here, test it out, let me know what you think. Now this last method right here isn't really a farm as much as it is a gold making gold making method, yeah, you're pretty much doing vendor shuffles, meaning that you can do it by farming as well. If you're doing skinning, you're farming tons of desolate leather and pallid bones, you can send those to a leather worker, craft them into composite bows, and make profit. This can give you anywhere from like nothing to 20,000 gold per hour, depending on the price of desolate leather and pallid bones on your server, but for most servers it's anywhere between 5 and 15,000 gold per hour just by crafting and vendoring something. This is a really good way of making gold in general. Kind of not a farm, but at the same time you are producing gold, so kind of farming at the same time. So the links to every single one of these videos will be down below. Let me know what you think about the video in itself. And that's it guys, happy gold farming, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.